Okay, we're live. Okay, we're live. Uh-oh. It's self-care Sunday. Let me stand up. I gotta do my dance. My faith dance. Hold on. It's self-care Sunday. Self-care Sunday. Self-care Sunday. My pants are officially getting too big. Hey y'all. It's self-care Sunday. Listen, we're gonna have a lot going on today. Because this is the first day I'm trying to do Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, okay? And I'm not a tech person, so I'm just trying to figure it out. So tell a friend to tell a friend that we are live. It is time for Self-Care Sunday. Self-Care Sunday. Trying to give y'all a chance to get on with my two big. We're going to have to figure it out in a minute. Let me see where I can sit, where I could be seen on all these cameras. This is a lot of stress, okay? I need a technical person that knows what is going on to help me out. Okay, let's just go with it. I'm going to try to go with it. I'm going to go with it. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Self-Care Sunday. It is Ambassador Dr. Shanita Foster. If this is your first time, I am super excited. Please don't type me comments at the bottom because I'm ADD and I'll try to read it and it will throw me off. But you're allowed to comment to each other and do hearts and do all that kind of stuff. And then in the end, I will answer all of your questions. So really quick, if you're a first time, a virgin, a rookie, and you are just getting on here for the first time, let me explain to you how we got here. So Self-Care Sunday started during the pandemic. For those of you who don't know, I suffered from a depression back in 2014. I wrote a book called Girl, I'm Not Tripping, I'm Depressed, which actually turned out to be a bestseller. So during the pandemic, I was stuck in the house just like all of you. I was eating all the snacks. Right now, I look like a snack because I have It's the Waist for Me waist trainer. And I started on Liquid Lipo journey, but then I needed to do something else, right? I needed to do something to clear my mind, to cleanse my spirit, because I was losing it, like a lot of you locked in the house. And I said, what can I do? And I decided to start Self-Care Sunday. So it started on Instagram, because I'm an Instagram girl, right? And then everybody started talking about YouTube. I'm not a YouTube girl yet. I'm learning. But they say, you need to put this on YouTube. So I kept trying. It's on YouTube a little bit. We'll get to that. And then now on Facebook, why everybody said lots of people are on Facebook. So I'm trying this thing on everywhere. So each Sunday we tune in. I come up with a topic. I ask questions. We have a conversation for 30 minutes. And in the end, I give out free stuff. Yes, if you've never joined Self-Care Sundays, I have multiple Black business owners or brown business owners. They send me items to send out to you. If you don't know, I'm a serialpreneur. And I believe there's nothing in this world that's the best marketing than word of mouth. Y'all can pay celebrities. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But there's nothing like the power of word of mouth from one person to the next. One cheer mom, one football mom, somebody that comes to work and tell you that they like a product or something like that. So at the end, I give out various products from different companies that have shared. I have multiple products. So stick with us to the end if you want the free stuff, because we give away free stuff. So Self-Care Sunday's topic today. Are you ready? But what did you do? Self-care's topic today is, but what did you do? See, oftentimes when we're talking about self-care and we're talking about what somebody else did to us, what somebody else didn't do for us, certain situations, and oftentimes they deal with other people, right? Our emotions, our feelings, our love is triggered by other people. But there's a key piece that's often left out, and it's because a lot of people are not willing to keep it real with you. But I'm going to keep it real with you today. But what did you do? See, oftentimes there's something in the scenario that has something to do with what you did. What did you say? What was your reaction? How did you respond? What text message, what email, what pull-up did you do? See, oftentimes there are situations where the situation could have played out different for us mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, but it's something that we did. Why is it that we don't take responsibility for our part in the situation? What did you do in the argument? What did you do at work that didn't allow you to get the promotion? What did you do in your marriage? What did you do to your friend? What did you do to your children to make them feel or act the way that they feel? See, today we need to talk about personal responsibility, because another part of self-care is being personally responsible for the things that you do and the things that you said. Now, I'm very transparent. I just did an interview today for a TV show called Queen Talk. And the reason they invited me on the show is because they said they had been following me for an extensive, long period of time through different social media, and they realized that I'm transparent. Everybody's not going to be willing to own up to the things that they've done or things that they have said. But self-care for you, for yourself, is owning your own ish, owning your own stuff, recognizing that you have been a part of some of the things that have not made you feel good. Make sure that you own your part, that the business deal that didn't go good, some of it was your responsibility. The failed marriage, the bad relationship. I bring up kids a lot because I have children. You have to own your part in some of these scenarios in order to even set yourself free. It's oftentimes that you're looking for these apologies and you're looking for other people to say things or to correct things. But the first thing that you really need to correct is yourself. You need a self-check. It's Self-Care Sunday, but you need a self-check. You know, I had to check myself about 4 years ago now. I was surrounded by a lot of people that were mean and nasty, right? And oftentimes I think that people don't understand that the people that you surround yourself with, oftentimes you take on a lot of their characteristics, not just slang, not just the words, but you begin to take on mannerisms. You began to take on thought processes. That's why it's so important to pay attention to the people that you're around. There's this saying that people can look at your 5 closest friends and they know that you're going to be number 6. So if you got 5 broke friends and all your friends that you hang around all the time are broke, baby, you're going to be broke number 6. If you have 5 friends that are strong friends and all they do is cuss all day, cuss and gossip, you cussing and gossiper number 6, right? So this is me being transparent. At the time, my top 5 friends that I was hanging around, they didn't have not so nice attitudes. They weren't really people. And if you know me, then you know I'm a people person. I'm in love with people. People is my passion. God made me a people person, right? Now let's fast forward. I began to take on their characteristics. I began to be a mean, nasty person. I was stuck up. I was arrogant. I allowed them to give me that stand. You got to earn your way to sit at the table with me. I was that girl. But part of my self-care and part of my growth was recognizing that I didn't like that person that I became. And some of the friendships that I lost, some of the business opportunities that I lost, some of the time that my children didn't like me was because of me. I could say all day long, but wait a minute, Dr. Shanita, my attitude was like that because of them. Technically, yeah. But at the same time, you have to earn your part. What did you do? And so Self-Care Sunday is taking a personal inventory of the things that you did in a lot of situations to make you felt situation that has now diminished how you feel mentally and spiritually and emotionally. Even if we start to talk relationships, I think I did a Self-Care Sunday already. And if I didn't, I know I mentioned it. Oftentimes we hurt our own feelings. It's like we set ourselves up for failure. We set ourselves up with these unrealistic expectations. We set ourselves up by thinking that people are us. You expecting you from them. You expecting you from them. They're not you. You are you. So you expecting you from somebody else. It just don't work that way. So through that process, you began to hurt your own feelings. You began to become disappointed because of something that you set up, something that you put forth in your mind. And so one of the exercises that I recognize and I realize for self-care is I always take a self-evaluation of what did you do? Shanita, what did you do in that situation, in that friendship, in that contract, in that post, wherever it may be? What part did you play? Sometimes you might realize you didn't play a big part besides feeding into it or listening to it or being a part of it. But trust me, you play an important part of how you take things mentally and spiritually and emotionally. What did you do? So Self-Care Sunday today is, what did you do? What was your part? Growth is understanding that everything is not always somebody else's fault. Growth is knowing that there's some things about yourself that you need to change. If you that person right now, and I'm gonna scold you right now, if you that person that says, this is how I am, take it or leave it, you better like me, God accept me for who I am and the way I am, you have a long way to go. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, in growth. That's what immature people say. That's what hurt people say. That's what disappointed people say. Take me as I am. This is just what you're supposed to take. I used to be the take me as I am girl, and I realized that people stopped taking you. You stop having friends. You stop getting job opportunities. Family don't want to come around you. Your kids don't like you. Your relationship go bad because you have the spirit of take me as I am. Either you gonna like it or not. And this is my favorite line for all you single people. Woo, baby, let me tell y'all favorite line, single people. And it's a man out there, and the man that's out there for me, he gonna love me for exactly who I am. He gonna take all parts of me. He gonna like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Single people, this is what y'all be saying. He gonna love every part of me. If he can't take this bad attitude and then he not the one for me. That's why you've been single for so long. I'm just gonna help you out. That's why you're single. Don't take you as you are. You didn't understand that relationships are compromised. You didn't understand that friendship is compromised. You don't understand that parenting is compromised. Every majority of the things, I'm not gonna say everything, but majority of the things that you do in life, it's gonna have to be some type of compromise. So if you stuck in that place, take me as I am, and you're not owning your part or being responsible for your actions and your words and what the topic for today is, but what did you do? You're gonna find yourself in a very low place, my friends. And I've been there. Most of the topics that we talk about, either I've been through it, I'm going through it, or I know somebody that's going through it. But today's topic, I can personally tell you that I needed to own my stuff. I wasn't a good friend. I wasn't a good mother. I wasn't a good partner. I wasn't being responsible and to owning my part. Not all of it. I didn't do everything, but I had to own some of the responsibility of some of the things that happened and why I feel the way that I feel. Even when it come down to y'all kids, y'all be mad at y'all kids. Do you know I realize children do what you allow them to do? And children oftentimes know when you aren't consistent or paying attention to something. So if you find yourself saying, but I tell my kids all the time over and over and over again, I ain't going to say the same thing over and over again. Some of that's your fault. You know that, right? There's been no repercussions. There's been no punishments. There's not doing what it is that you're saying. But in retrospect, you're not even doing what you said. There's been no repercussions about leaving shoes on the floor. There's no repercussions about leaving the dishes in the sink. You just keep saying the same thing over and over again. So they just start believing she gonna say that, but her actions gonna show me that she not gonna do nothing about it. So guess what? When your children become bad and unruly and disrespectful and disobedient, you can talk about your kids, but you can't talk about your kids without talking about you first. You got to own it. That's what Self-Care Sunday is. But what did you do? But what part of it did you play? It's the same thing in your relationships. I tell people all the time that when they say they done, I be like, baby, you didn't go to sleep and wake up and just be like, I quit this relationship. It's a series of things that happen. And when those things happen, guess what? What did you do? What was your part? What was your reaction? Or did you not react? Because sometimes people say, no reaction is better than an action, but sometimes no reaction is an actual action. So if you allow somebody to treat you just any kind of way, if you allow a person just to say whatever it is that they want to say to you, if you allow a person to do whatever it is that they do to you, when you reach your breaking point and now you saying, I don't want to be here, or they saying, I don't want to be here, you need to look at yourself. That's why today I'm saying, but what did you do? So you can say a person was a narcissist, or you can say that a person was verbally abusive. And I'm not saying any of those things are right, but I'm also asking you, but what did you do? What was your role? Did you speak up? Did you say what you like and what you don't like? Did you speak your feelings? Today's Self-Care Sunday, the best self-care that you can have for yourself is owning your stuff. What did you do? So Self-Care Sunday is really only 30 minutes. We're about to hit the 20-minute mark. I like to leave room for questions too. But tonight, when you laying in the bed, when you thinking about some scenarios that happened in your life, when you thinking about some of the things that you went through, good, bad, or indifferent, I want you to really sit back and take inventory on what did you do? I hope my sister don't get mad at me, but I want to mention this example because I believe that examples actually teach people. Me and my sister had a disagreement this weekend. Well, prior to the weekend, like on Friday. She asked me to do something. I said I was going to do it. She expected me to call in the morning. I expected her to call in the morning. I started doing something else. She potentially almost lost a big money deal. Two people mad at each other. Now, let's just recognize what if I wasn't who I am? Because at some point, I'm going to break and I'm going to stop and I'm going to say, but Shanita, what did you do? After all our screaming and yelling, because we human too, yes. And she got a smart mouth. Shout out to my sister, because in the middle of the argument, she said, Coach, you need to take your own advice. Because y'all know I coach people. I personally coach people and business coach people. So, when people get mad at you, they start throwing shots. I told her, she threw a shot at me, talking about, you need to listen to your own advice, coach. So we went through the argument, screaming, yelling. It was funny. I don't hang up on people. She hung up on me like twice. And I love when people hang up on me because I just call them back. I be like, you just can't hang up on me. Like, hanging up on me is like spitting on me. And I'm not going to let you spit on me. So we going to talk. She hung up on me twice. I called her back twice. After we got off appropriately, because we still hadn't made up, do you know the first thing that I did instead of being mad all day at the situation? I'm about to cry now because this is growth. I literally sat there and I thought, Shanita, but what did you do? What did you do in the situation? And I took inventory and I evaluated what happened in the situation. And I realized there was a sense of miscommunication, even on my part. So guess what I did? I picked up the phone. I called her back. I re-explained calmly the scenario. I re-explained how she made me feel, because the biggest part of how she made me feel was that she made me feel like I wasn't trustworthy or she couldn't depend on me. So I got that part out. Then she said her part. And then guess what? Listen, Self-Care Sunday. Oh my gosh, this thing says reconnected. Self-Care Sunday. And some people might be saying, but why is this detrimental to self-care? How is this helping me? Why is this important? I'm telling you, this is important from a person that suffered from a depression. That when you allow things to pile up, when you don't address things, and when you don't learn how to shift your energy and change the way that you look at things and react to things, you always gonna find yourself mad, upset, shooken, and shaken by some of the things that happen to you. And then the ricochet effect of that is you get hurt and beat down so much that you go to the low place. I call it the dark place. And then once you go to the dark place, you start going down the slippery slope of depression. It all kind of goes together. So when we talk about self-care, yeah, we can talk about different things and bubble baths and massages, but we have to do a lot of internal work. We have to do a lot of mental work. We have to do a lot of spiritual work that's going to actually help us with our mind. I don't know if you understand, there's so many definitions of depression, but one of the main definitions or one of the main things when it comes to depression is your mind, how you're feeling mentally and emotionally. And then when you go deeper spiritually. And so if one of the biggest things that you can do is learn to understand and control your mindset and know what your trigger points are and know what makes you mad and what makes you upset, and then how to deal with those things, you will begin to find yourself in a different place. That's why when you see me post hashtag, I got chills. When I say peace, I've learned the things that I'm teaching you now to get my peace. I understand how to reset and what peace feels like and what it looks like. I can tell y'all for free, that argument that I had on Friday could have took me out for the whole weekend. Being mad at somebody you love and you care about and being misunderstood, they feel one way, you feel one way. I don't know how y'all love y'all people. I just love my people different. When I love. So if I'm quarreling with somebody or I'm upset with somebody or I'm arguing with somebody, it shifts my whole energy. It throws me completely off. But one of the things that I've learned, and it's pure growth, which is our topic today, is, but what did you do? So that's our self-care Sunday today. I want you to go back and look at some of those situations, and I want you to see what it is that you did in those situations and what are the things that you could have done different. Now, if you've never been on Self-Care Sunday, because we got so much going on, we got Facebook, we got YouTube, we have Instagram over here. I'm trying to figure it all out, but I think I got it right. So this is the part of Self-Care Sunday. Guess what? You get to ask questions. So you can ask me a question. It doesn't have to be about Self-Care Sunday. It could be about business. It could be personal. It could be whatever. So I see some of my people. I had some people on my live chat on YouTube. What are my questions? I'm looking over here on Instagram. Does anybody have a question? Because y'all are rolling now. I know y'all got a question. And if you just tuned in, the topic that we were talking about in Self-Care Sunday is, but what did you do? Own your stuff. Stop making it everybody else's fault. And they did this, and they did that, and she said this, and she said that. What was your part? Okay, somebody said, oh, it's not a question, it's a statement, but I've learned to not let myself be upset about something more than an hour. Absolutely. I don't take long periods of time to be upset with people either. It's your first time listening on Self-Care Sunday. Hey, Melinda. We're glad that you joined us. Melinda Harris said it's her first time joining Self-Care Sunday. Hey, Melinda, we hope you're here every Sunday. Tell a friend, invite a friend, and tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm waiting for my questions. Nobody typing a question today. This is the first time y'all don't have a lot of questions. Normally, people be having all kind of questions for me. But I'm also realizing, too, that I'm getting a bunch of different followers. How did I get away from my bad friends? That's a great question. The way that I got away from my bad friends is I left. It got to a point where it was very toxic. It got to a place, most of the times when it's time for you to leave something, something has to happen. I mean, it doesn't work like that. A situation happened, and when the situation happened, they didn't even try to find out the information or why I felt the way I felt or what was going on. They just had a reaction like most people do. And that was really my out, because as a friend, you didn't support me. You didn't find out my side of the story. You didn't ask how I felt or what I was going through. And so I just knew that that friendship and that time had expired. And then after that, it just went real left, because when people don't know the truth, they start making up stories and they start lying. So once you start lying on me and making up stories and doing stuff, it was easy for me to say this is my time. And does it hurt? It still hurts because when I'm a friend, I'm a great friend. Anybody that, now I got a lot of associates, and there's a lot of y'all make feel like y'all my friends, but y'all not really my friends. I'm talking about people that intimately know me, and I'm a great friend to have because I'll do anything for the people that I love and the people that I care about. So that was that. So next question is, how did the person respond when you circled back to your friends? I'm not sure what that meant. You have to ask that again. I've learned the enemy. Okay, let's see. How do you create a great circle? So, how do you create a great circle? I believe the makings of a great circle, number one, is you got to give it a little bit of time. You got to give yourself time to understand and know people. My circle is created through time, right? Another great way with a circle is, it's not selfish, but becoming a part of a circle. Okay, I'm an athlete. So everything in my life works like a team. That's why y'all see Team Foster, ASAP Tax Team. I know how to win in a team. Everything that I do in life, I have a team mindset, right? So when it comes to my friendship circles, my circle is put together like a team. Somebody's the point guard, somebody's the forward, somebody's the shooter, somebody's the scorer, somebody pass out towels, somebody get the water. I think a great a friendship circle is not a group of people that are all alike. It's a group of people where each person uniquely plays their part in the circle. And the only way to get a good circle like that is to become a part or friends with people that aren't jealous of people, to have different levels of people. All my friends are not rich. All my friends are not famous. All my friends aren't one type of thing. My circle is put together with different types of people. And so my circle works because each person knows what their part is to be played. I have people in my circle that I don't even have to ask them to be my assistant or my personal assistant, but they understand in order for me to do the things I need to do, in order for me to be ambassador, coach, Dr. Shanita Foster, sometimes I can't do it by myself. So the people that are in my circle are willing to come along and pick up where I lack. Some of my friends, they understand I'm not the person that I can sit on the phone or I can call, but I'm definitely the person when it's time to show up, I'm there. If it's the money, especially emergency money, it's paid. I send flowers, I send gifts. I'm gonna do all that. Some of the other stuff, I just. So you have to create a circle and get a circle of people that understand that there's a position and there's a part for each person to play within that circle. Do you believe in the law of attraction? Absolutely. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe that what you feel, what you're putting out, the energy that you have, you know, some people in the church, they don't like when you start talking about laws of attraction and the universe and the stars and all of that. But see, I even know in the Bible that the Magi were people that actually read the stars. And so some of my friends believe in the stars and the crystals and renegade or what is it, whatever it's called. And that's reading the stars, and they read the stars in the Bible. So anyway, to answer your question, I believe in you receive love. When you sow seeds, of money and service, of energy, those things come back to you. Some of y'all can't attract the things that you want in your life because you're not that thing. The easiest way to attract something that you actually want is to become the actual thing that you actually want. So if you want to be successful, operate on a frequency that you want money and it's going to come effortlessly, and you work towards that. And when you begin to do those things, then people and things and opportunities will become attracted to you. So that's that. What do I do and what? I don't know what that is. Somebody said it's hard to match energy. Those aren't your people. What can I do with the child that doesn't want to attend virtual classes and do their homework? Oh, I've been a homeschool teacher. So I was schooling my kids way before the pandemic, okay? I was going to beat my kids. And I was going to beat up the people at school. It just wasn't working. I'm that mama. I kept showing up to school. I felt like I was going to go to jail. So I have been doing homeschool for a long time. So number one, parents, y'all got to relax, okay? All these parents, some of y'all be trying to sit right in front of the computer, listen to what the teacher say, do every assignment. You're not in school, the kid in school. What you do to stop stressing yourself out is put them in front of their computer and have them do the work as if they would in the class, right? Okay. Want to sit in front of the computer, okay? Everybody don't have to necessarily have money. This is not me bragging or boasting. Do you have a homeschool room for your kids? Even if you broke, if you poor, did you make that coffee table their homeschool table? Did you get one of them folding tables? You can get one from Target for $10.99. Y'all know the black ones, the ones you play cards on. Y'all know I'm from Detroit. You know the black folding tables with the 4 legs that fold in? Do they have a homeschool environment that feels good to them? Oftentimes you throwing them in a corner and they don't feel like that's their space. Parents, you got to put in a little energy. Go and get you some stickers from the dollar store. You know, my kids get excited. They homeschool, but I still do the same things that I do as if they went to school. They got to get dressed in the morning. Some of y'all still letting y'all kids do homeschool in their pajamas. They got to get dressed. I still bought them the same supplies at home. If I went out there, girl, they got cup holders and fancy erasers. I'm like, but you at home. So I created an environment that makes them feel good, right? As far as the homework, you got to create rewards. Children operate off of rewards. And clearly, you're not taking away enough stuff for that child to feel the impact. Start taking away the stuff that they want and they need. If it's the phone, take away the phone. If it's the game, take away the game. Some of y'all can't figure out nothing to take away, baby. I take away food. I go on the jail method. Oh, you want to act the food? Don't worry about it. I'm not cooking no more. You can eat peanut butter and jelly every day. You can tell whoever you want to. My responsibility is to feed you and keep you alive. So you can drink water and you can eat this peanut butter and jelly every day till you get it together. Or I'll go buy you food or whatever it is you're doing in your house. I bet you if you tell them their only option is peanut butter and jelly and disadvantaged lives, they eat peanut butter and jelly crackers. That's what they did when I was in school. I don't know what they're doing now, but clearly it's not great food. So find something that you can take away that discourages them to want to get back on the right track. And I bet you they tighten up. So that's that. I'm your friend in your head. Oh, no, I'm your friend in real life. We can meet up. Always have places to meet up. What's the value of having friends? What is the value of having friends? Is friends even important? I believe friends are important. You can't go through life by yourself. You can't go through life by yourself. I know a lot of us have been hurt. I've been hurt. I don't have friends lie, cheat, steal, be disrespectful, but that's what life is about. It's a testimony. Your tests are your testimonies. You're going to have good friends. You're going to have bad friends. That's what life is about. But I think some of my best moments, some of my greatest moments I've shared with my friends. I have friends that are more closer to me than family members. You got family members that turn on you before you actually have friends. So maybe you might not need a Daniels. They've been friends since they was 14 years old. And my mother is well into her 60s. She's going to be mad at me. I be thinking to myself, are y'all kidding me? Y'all this old and y'all still fighting. But, it's good to have a really good friend. What is this? Oh, it's Mercury Renegade. What is it? Retrograde. That's what it is. Okay. Is that it with the questions? Maybe I'll ask one more. I'm creating a course. I got 3 doing something. Kindergarten can do it on his own. Somebody's talking about a course. I don't know what that is. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to scroll and see what it is that y'all did. Okay. Now ramen noodles are bad for them. Don't give them ramen noodles, y'all. That's a whole bunch of thought, and it take a long time for them noodles to digest or whatever the case may be. So that's that. And then the last question, I'm gonna answer this question for the 999,999,999,000 times, because they're gonna say they just got on my live and they ain't seen me in a long time. I don't know why people think it is something so crazy. I am not with that company anymore. Time, nothing, to me, nothing happens or lasts forever. There's a season, there's a reason, and a lifetime for certain things. And I feel like when that question come up, I feel like Cardi B sometimes. It's like y'all just want Cardi B so bad about Offset, and she don't have nothing to say bad about Offset. She just like, it was just our time. I outgrew him. There's some things that he do that I don't like, and there's some things that I do that he don't like, and it just don't work no more. I know everybody wants to hear some big crazy story, but there's no big crazy story, and I'm not gonna put that energy into it. I'm at the place where my peace is. I let people believe and think whatever it is that they want to believe and think. And I spent 3 years trying to defend myself or say what happened or what didn't happen, and I'm just really over it. So to answer that question, there's nothing wrong. I still really have great friends in that country, or in that company. I say in that country. Some great friends in that company. I don't wish nobody bad. I feel like there's enough money out here for everybody. But when something don't feel good to me no more, and friendships change and things change, it's time to move on. I'm not gonna never dog or disrespect nobody. That's when you know that people are fake and phony. See, the people that when they leave a situation or they leave friends or whatever, and now all they got something is negative to say or what they didn't like or what they hate, they wasn't in a real situation in the first place. I can stop being friends with somebody tomorrow. I'm never gonna tell you their business. I'm never gonna tell you what happened, and I'm never gonna disrespect them because that's a character flaw in me. I would never call somebody my friend and then we fall out and we no longer friends and then turn around and talk about them, disrespect them and dog them. That's a character flaw in me. Why would I be friends with somebody if they were all of these things? So that's a great sign of a person that's very mature, a very loving and a very caring person. Some things I'm just not going to do. I don't care how bad you try to drag my name, talk about me, lie on me, disrespect me. If I ever called you a friend, I am never going to go and tell your business or disrespect you or say all the bad things I don't like about you when we no longer friends or we no longer doing business. I ain't even cut like that. I'm from Detroit, and that ain't really what we do. We take everything with us to the grave. A majority of us do. So I'm old school. So it's not a deal breaker for a lot of my friends. If you ever been to Africa, you can forget about it. Cheating is not a deal breaker. And I can't save this live. Jordan! Report from my phone. Sorry, I know I had to yell, y'all. I do not want to lose my live, and y'all are asking some great questions. So I don't want this to die and I not be able to save it on Instagram. Please come plug in my phone. Yeah, fight for your marriage if that's what you want to do. I always tell people this that no, not my computer. The phone is about to die. I think that's it. Hey, shout out to David Steen Fitness and get David Steen Fitness. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to end this live in about 2.2 seconds because my phone has a cord in it, and now this one about to die.